the idea is to write about where you come from and to try to, anchor your language in the literal. So this is a response to an exercise from when Holly was in a creative writing class back in San Francisco. I come from the prairie in the North Woods. I'm going to skip quite a bit here. My parents, children of the Dakotas, children of that huge mindless sky going nowhere. I come from thwarted dreams, amended expectations, their 2-year college instead of his law degree, her literature degree, her ambition to be a writer, but their gradual ascent to the middle class, then a little higher in the city to which they'd moved after marrying, the city where I was born, named for the saint struck by lightning, St. Paul. I come from thinking myself religious, then knowing I was not in the way of the so-called holy book. Who made me? Longing in wonder. Those entwined gods, Blake's universe. I come from Fritos in a clear glass bowl, hard candies, sour balls in a fluted red dish, cleats on Oxford shoes, black hockey tape and padded shin guards and skates on the scarred mudroom floor, icicles, roof-high snow, wet scratchy wool scarves drawn ice-tight over the mouth and nose like Perda veils, protecting the lungs against 40 below temperatures. I come from mowed lawns and barbecues and rec rooms, from lake cabins, water skis, speedboats, and poppy seed kolache cake, buttered figured scrolls of kumkaka, popovers, lutefisk, lefse, Oli and Lena jokes, Czech self-deprecation, Norwegian stolidness, oyster stew on Christmas Eve. I come from that constant sense of deprivation emanating from them, children of deprivation, though the rewards of the material world were now theirs. It's important to note the mother of this young woman, like my mother, was one of the last generation of Americans to learn poems by heart in elocution and to recite them. I come from defying the Baltimore Catechism, then the Index of Forbidden Books, reading though not understanding Boccaccio's Decameron, from the notorious but get it right tutelage of nuns, from John Keats, that pagan poet, read at night in my bed by flashlight. I come from alliance with my Jewish neighbors, the Golds, who moved in next door after the neighborhood voted on their presence on Pascal Street. I come from babysitting their children, then later sitting at their dinner table. I come from those shouting, debate-filled meals, so unlike my family's repressed repas, learning from those exchanges to have an opinion, to think on my feet. I come from waving to Mr. Gold, the kosher butcher, as he stayed up late every night reading as I read, my bedroom window across from their kitchen window where he sat turning pages till 3 a.m., his hand lifted in response, his kind smile, and tired lidded eyes, the thick book open under yellow light. I come from that comradely figure, reading till dawn in the window, the same window where the candles were carefully lit on Friday nights. I come from wanting to be a Jew. I come from Christmas, the holiday for which I was named, carried home in a swaddled bundle on Christmas Eve, little Holly Ann laid down under the spreading boughs. How I stood reciting, singing carols before that magical tree year after year. I come from understanding that one can be named for something larger than the self. I come from prairie, woods, twin cities, the Mississippi as divide as I am divided into dust storms and untouched plains of snow, bad jokes and Keats, a babysitter's Judaica, and the lives of the saints, and so on and so forth. And through it all, that voice, her voice, reciting the canon of poems. She sang of arms of a man, fruit of the tree in man's fall, of a flower in a cranny wall, of death who would kindly stop for me, of the village smithy, of "O Captain, my Captain," and the children's hour, of where I began, that cloud, that wandering. Oh, that's where I come from. I come from that.